The North African campaign of World War II was one of the most brutal and challenging theaters of the war. It was a long and grueling campaign fought across vast expanses of harsh desert terrain and marked by intense battles between the Allied and Axis forces. It was particularly challenging due to the harsh environment, which posed a host of logistical challenges for both sides. The blistering heat, sandstorms, and lack of water made movement difficult and required careful planning and resource management. Since it happened almost a century ago, the North African campaign has been revered as the true test for any tactician. Since the very first pen and paper board games, we have been reenacting the events that took place there. Believe it or not, the longest board game ever made is based in World War II North Africa and takes roughly 1,500 hours to finish. That is more than 62 full days of non-stop gameplay. A group of friends who met up to play 3 hours at a time twice a month would wrap up the campaign in about 20 years. And now, in the digital age, our imagination is needed less and less, as video games are taking over as the leading form of media. From Day of Defeat and Call of Duty, and now more current titles like Postscriptum, Hell Let Loose, which strive to be simulations of war. The North African maps, their vast flat deserts, and typically armor-centered gameplay, they tend to be disliked by most players, as if after an all-night slobber knocker in a virtual Tunisia left them with literal sand in their britches. So with the British faction in North Africa coming to Hell Let Loose, we're not only going to go over exactly what's coming with that update, but more so prepare ourselves for a style of gameplay that will be completely different than anything we've yet to experience. Armor players will surely rejoice, the weak amongst us will most certainly cry rivers of tears, and veterans of the gaming genre will appreciate the challenge. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mil-Simp tack shooter and historic gaming channel, home of the weekly Steam Key giveaway. For details on how to enter, stay tuned till later in the video. So after a long wait, and basically seeing nothing but the words North Africa on a road map, we finally got a sneaky peek of one of the maps. 2 screenshots, who knows, maybe a peek at each map. Nothing is really discussed here, other than the names of the 2 maps, El Alamein and Sidi Bouzid. That is right, boys. Not only are we getting the Finnish and Polish factions, but the 101st Airborne Division, the British, and along with it, a whole new theater of war, where every other theater is a game of checkers. From logistics, infamous Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, made his name, of course employing armor everywhere he possibly could. The British and Anzac forces, burrowing into the sand, at times just trying to survive, also earned their name, Desert Rats. If you were a young man in the 1940s being sent to war, this is probably one of the last places you would want to be deployed. Miles and miles of endless sand, just flat open terrain with no cover to get behind. The thickness of the air forming mirages. If you were out there on the battlefield and had cover, you probably built it or dug it. Now, games have always tried to depict North Africa as best they can, but quite frankly, to be honest, none of them have really yet come close to what it was really like. But now, with this milsim genre re-emerging, Hell Let Loose here uses actual aerial photographs from the time to design their maps with. Now, lucky for us, a game that came out right before Hell Let Loose was more than likely a very big inspiration. Postscriptum designed their maps the same way, using old aerial photographs to be as accurate as they possibly could, and of course, making small changes only to better the gameplay. Lucky for you, there might just be a giant big boulder for you to hide behind, when in real life, it was just yet another grain of sand.
Anyone has eyes on the tank?
It is northeast from my position.
Yeah, it looked like it was headed like either east or north too. Might be RTV.
Oh, tank cover. God damn it.
Oh, taking shots,
Take
taking
cover.
shots.
Yeah, they have a tank over there. Up on the hill.
I think he's RTB, Nico. Oh, never mind.
Squad leaders, people running in from east.
Oh, shit!
They have some fortifications
Get on the
east.
other side of the rock. Get on this
You
side
okay?
of the rock. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how I lived that.
I was in the fireball. I was in the fireball.
Me too.
So it's no real big secret. Armor and even the faster light armored scout cars are going to rule here. However, when it comes to infantry gameplay, this predicament you're put in, fighting over a flat, open, toasty landscape, is going to demand team cohesion. Sure, communication is a big part of attaining victory in any Hell Let Loose map, but it will be even more so here in the deserts of Africa. With the lack of cover, even concealment, troop maneuvering, coordinated attacks will be the only way to really gain position. Whichever team working together the best will certainly have the day. Squad leaders will have to work with other squads, and as one cohesive unit, they will have to coordinate team-wide attacks, utilizing the commander's abilities. For instance, let's say you're playing as the Allies and the Germans are dug in on a hill. The team that doesn't talk will just run up the hill one after the other, being mowed down endlessly. Or you coordinate. Get every infantry squad as close as you possibly can. Once everyone is in position, give the ready. Commander will then call in a massive smoke barrage. When that hits, the attack is queued. And of course, as everyone storms in, they are throwing smokes along the way to cover those that will come after. Maneuvers and simple tactics like this will be the only way to get any progress at all if you are an attacker in a Hell Let Loose North African map. Oh sure, playing defense will be a frickin' hoot. Very similar to the beachhead maps like Utah and Omaha. People will love being up on the cliff with a sniper rifle or MG, just mowing down poor bastards as they try to get up the hill. But it takes a real man to take the shit end of the stick and try to make something of it. I know I'm in the minority when I say I actually enjoy playing as the Allied forces attacking a beachhead map. I always have since DOD Charlie and Day of Defeat. People thought I was crazy. But to me, sure, I know I'm gonna die a lot. But if and when we do pull off a victory, it's just that much more satisfying. Same implies with the North African maps. Anybody can jump in a Tiger 1, rolling around bullying people, but it takes some real kahunas to sling nothing but a Lee Enfield with your khaki shorts on and march up that desert hill like a real boss. Lucky for us, we can look at these maps from postscriptum and get a little bit of an idea of what to expect in Hell Let Loose. Surely it will be wide open desert, scattered with outposts, hills, and bunkers. Surely they will have the night layer, and completely new to Hell Let Loose, the sandstorm. Similar to night, the sandstorm will severely cut down the range at which you can see. This layer should be a bit more popular, as the limited visibility will make it a bit easier on everyone. Or it's not a layer at all, but a dynamic occurrence. How cool would that be? So you would just be playing a regular North African map in the middle of the day, bright sunny weather, when all of a sudden, on the horizon, you see a sandstorm coming. And not something the Unreal Engine isn't capable of. So it is a possibility, but I wouldn't count on it. Oh, and you can definitely bet the Jeeps and Kuba wagons we'll say are useless will definitely find their use in the desert. We're also getting the M3 Stuart Panzer III, both of these being very speedy little light tanks. Perfect for the open desert. One thing I'm gonna try when I get my hands on these maps is to talk some teammates into doing an infantry column behind a tank. And that's right, I want to roll a tank in front of us at jogging speed as me and my infantry squad get behind it and use it for cover. There's going to be a lot of fun new tactics to employ. In fact, if you have any ideas, I would love to hear it down in the comments. If you already have any desert strategies, definitely write them out for me. If you're not in the Discord, definitely come through there too. And of course, you gotta be in the Discord to enter the giveaways. When you drop your comment, simply copy paste your Discord name into the comment and you're entered in the weekly giveaway. Last week, nobody entered. Now, of course, I've been super busy at work and only got one sorry ass video out. Well, I thought it was okay, but nobody entered the giveaway, therefore nobody won. Let's try to get those numbers back up, boys. Enter the freaking giveaway. I mean, we still got a lot of decent keys to give away. Rising Front, Fire and Steel, Mud and Blood, Project Gunship, the Stalingrad DLC for Easy Red 2, No Plan B, Beach Invasion 1944, Military Conflict Vietnam, and Battle Cry of Free. I don't know any other YouTuber that goes through the trouble of getting guys games. It's all for the viewers, baby. Let's turn these viewers into subscribers. Can we hit 10,000 subscribers by year's end? Help me get this niche of a genre out to the masses. Consider joining the ranks of the Mil-Simp minions, my channel membership. For a little incentive, all 3 tiers of membership get double the entry every week's Steam Key giveaway. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to my current members, my inspiration. Again, I want to thank all of you for watching. I will see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.